Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. I'm your host with the most, WendyO. And of course, nothing is working for me this morning. The internet wasn't working this morning. My email's not working for me this morning. Nothing is working for me this morning. Oh, and I had nightmares last night too. Fantastic. But anyways, we're going to be talking about warning Tether and USDC at risk because apparently they are. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into it this beautiful morning on Thursday. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the market and see what's going on because apparently there's stuff. But actually, this story is funny first. I'm actually jealous of this this public servant. And the reason why I'm jealous of this public servant is they went ahead and they took campaign donations, not only to buy OF subscriptions, which we all love to support other entrepreneurs, but they used money to buy Botox and pay down their own debt. So if I was a public servant, and these are the red people. This is why I tell you guys, both sides are terrible. They're absolutely all terrible. So if I was so I think the next thing I do after this next bull run, I'm going to retire. I'm going to retire from crypto and I'm going to grift into politics and I'm going to be a public servant. The reason why is I want to be able to take money, have unlimited amount of money and do what I want to do, have the best quality life ever. Like I wouldn't have to pay to get all this plastic in my face anymore. I can go buy designer stuff. I can pay my house off. I can pay all my debt off with other people's money because that's what all of the public servants continue to do. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I think that's actually ghetto. I think it's disgusting. I think it's embarrassing. And this is another reason why I think public servants should be banned from accepting donations. They get paid a salary. They get paid like $200,000 per year. That's their business. That's what they should have. Okay. That's what they should live off of. I'm sick of them doing the insider trading. I'm sick of them getting lobby money. I'm sick of them getting donations. I'm sick of them doing this out of their own ego and impacting Americans in a negative way. But I mean, I'm jealous. I will say I'm jealous. And I'm a little bit bummed because I would love to make more money. I would love to be able to make more money just being a liar because that's exactly what these people are doing. But anyways, this was the red person that did it. And again, both sides, absolutely terrible. I don't trust none of them. But again, I am going to be voting for whoever's pro crypto and Bitcoin because I want to grift with my bags. At least we're being honest, right? But yeah, that's a true story that actually happened. We have 153 people in the chat. And we're just going to go ahead and get straight into it because it's fun. It's fun. But it's fun. Anyways, I'm looking at the chat. I didn't put a poll up this morning because I'm irritated with my internet and things. And a bunch of other things too. It's absolutely hilarious. But again, I make terrible choices with the people that I decide to keep around me. Anyways, though, CAS is up 25.2%. Render is up 15.4%. This could have been due to the Binance use yesterday. If you watch my second video, you were in the know. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. Okay. The reason being, I'm not going to tell you because if you don't watch my second content piece that we put out, we're trying it at 2:30 today, 2:30 p.m. PST, but the views aren't really different from 3:30 p.m. PST. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing it at 3:30 because I feel like it because I can. But anyways, you guys will have to go and watch it. Cake is down a little bit, suffering a little bit of a correction, but that's what happens. Now let's go and take a look at Bitcoin. We got to take a look at Bitcoin over here. Got to do it. And this is what's happening with Bitcoin. Okay. We're getting a little bit of a dip here. So, I talked about us sustaining this little trend line. Okay. I talked about us sustaining the trend line and we're just ping ponging up and down and up and down and up and down. We were able to get back up to about $38,000 and we're just kind of correcting again. We might break down and kiss that EMA 30 yet again. This range right here with Bitcoin, I wouldn't want to touch it. I wouldn't want to trade it. I really wouldn't because it doesn't even look that much fun. It looks like people are getting absolutely chopped out of the place all the time. But anyways, though, and I don't like when people message me when I'm streaming. It drives me up the walls. But anyways, if you guys want to know what platform I'm using to trade, I'm using Femex. They're a partner of the channel. And all the money we get goes to pay for payroll and support the channel. And if you do decide to use my ref link, thank you. But please, you need to read the terms of services and understand not your keys, not your coins. So don't leave any crypto there. And I was actually I was on a spaces with squidgrow yesterday. As I do that from time to time, I pop in random spaces. And plus they're one of the partners of the channel. We love them. But we were talking, someone had asked Satoshi, they're like, hey, what are your favorite cold storage wallets or wallets to use? And he's like, I like MetaMask and Trust Wallet. However, he's advanced. He understands how important it is to custody your crypto. But I had to chime in because so for him, it's like no brainer. Like he's got that backed up with whatever he's backed up, whatever. I'm sure he's got like paper wallets and all kinds of stuff. Moral of the story is though, I was like, yeah, but those are not good. Like for the average, and I always chime in too. The reason why I chime in is because like, especially I'm getting a lot of new people that are excited about crypto via TikTok. And they're like, well, how do you transfer this? How do you do this? How do you do that? So we're having to do a lot of these basic explainer videos again, which is fine. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. But my thing with it is that a lot of people don't understand that MetaMask and Trust Wallet, they're not really like cold storage wallets. They're hot wallets. And if you're keeping it on the same phone you use every single day, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to get absolutely wrecked because we click on things. We click on things. We do things. We click on things. We do all the things. And you're going to accidentally click on something. You're probably going to store your private seed phrase, something you shouldn't do there. So I love to use, and like if you're going to use those wallets, which are not, they're just kind of cold or hot wallets. If you're going to use those, keep stuff on there that is not serious to you. Like you shouldn't, like you just shouldn't. Things that you're okay, like anything you keep on a hot wallet, it's disposable income you're okay to lose. Just like if you keep something on exchange. So I always like to repeat that all the time because it's important. Because then people clip me and they're like, Wendy said this, out the side of their neck. Also smash a like. Smash a like. Get it up, get it up, get it up, get it up. I have no appetite today, probably because I'm pissed off. But that's okay. I'll eat later. Me and Lo, we got In-N-Out yesterday. It was delicious. I got a strawberry shake. All right, but back to what's going on with Bitcoin. This is something that I kind of see happening. Like we might not even get up to this area here at $40,000. We might keep ping-ponging up to this close area here, which we kind of drew on the chart with this cute little squiggle, and then dump. Right now, it's looking like we're definitely going to retest this trend line at about 35.6, and then possibly get a swing with gold back to the EMA 200 or close to it. Okay. And then we might kiss $32,000. Ultimately, though, would it be that bad if we ping pong between about 32,000 and about 38,000 for the next couple months until halvening? We could definitely do that. But anyways, alts are kind of, they're just kind of chilling. They're doing their thing. The total cryptocurrency market cap is actually looking okay. We hit about 1.41 trillion and now we're currently testing here at about 1.35, which again, people are probably taking profit, all that type of stuff. But anyways, let's get into what is going on. Okay. What's going on? Also, it looks like BlackRock submitted a S1 application for its spot Ethereum ETF to the SEC on November 15th. An S1 is a filing registration statement filed by a company with the SEC and is an important step in listing process. NASDAQ previously submitted BlackRock's proposed Ethereum spot ETF application to the SEC. So now this is officially a thing. It's officially real. So we're going to get an Ethereum ETF. Reason why it's bullish and I'm super excited about it is because I got a fat bag of Ethereum and I want to grift. I want to grift to make money. I want my Ethereum to hit $10,000. Because I'm going to pay my house off. So I have one less thing to stress about. Too much stress in my life. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to grift with the rest of the people. And again, to me, Ethereum is not super decentralized. Like, yeah, we got the nodes now. It was more decentralized with mining. I liked Ethereum better when it was mining, when it was all mining stuff. Because mining is more secure. And a back a piece of my hair is irritating me. So I have to get my brush out and fix it. I didn't really brush my hair today. I just kind of styled it. Because we're gross today. We're dusty. Anyways. See, it's a little bit greasy up here as I didn't put the baby powder in. And I'm also wearing like a million layers of protection necklaces today. So this one right here, this one's from Tam. Hold on. This one's from Tam, and this is the pepper, Italian pepper, to get away the Malokia. This one my sister got on her pilgrimage she did through Spain. I think it's blessed. It's a seashell. And this one is from my best friend who passed away when he was 19. About 15 years ago. So I have that because he used to give me all kinds of weird stuff. He used to wear my clothes too. Don't ask. But anyway, so I'm wearing all my protection stuff today. And then silver's supposed to get rid of the stuff. So I don't know. Anyways, Italians were superstitious. My hair's bugging me a lot. Okay, that's better. Anyways. Let's get back into the news. So Ethereum, I'm excited about it. It makes me happy. I want to grift. I like to make money. But anyways, this shouldn't be a shocker because we kind of talked about the Ethereum ETF like last week because they filed for their 19B4 last week. But the recent filing said iShares Ethereum Trust seeks to reflect generally the performance of the price of Ethereum. It appoints Coinbase and the custodian for the underlying Ethereum. The CME of CF Bitcoin Reference Rate Forum Administrator CF Benchmarks, a subsidiary of Kraken, has been chosen as a proposed ETF benchmark. That's a good sign for Kraken. That's basically saying, hey, we like what you're doing. We want to use you. Good. So I like Kraken. I don't use them, but I think they're cool. I like Jesse because he's very like meh in your face. It doesn't matter or doesn't mention whether the trust will actively be staking the ETH and distributions dividends to shareholders from the year. See, that's an interesting thing. That is a really, really interesting. And that's what's so cool about crypto and other assets. And I know Cardano has that feature as well. Cardano has that feature. But the staking feature, does that make the particular product a security? Does it? But that's a cool feature because you're getting dividends from that. So I don't know. I think that's awesome. And we're talking about a spot ETF that settles in the actual asset, not cash. So again, another win for crypto, another win for Ethereum. Then again, I know the Ethgate thing is real. Part of it is real. We're going to cover that a little bit too, but I want to grift off of it. I want to grift off Ethereum. You should all be grifting off of Ethereum too. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to be here to make as much money as ethically as possible? I don't know. People get mad at me for saying that. I don't really care though. People get mad at me for saying anything. They get mad at me for existing. All right, so this is the Ethereum daily chart, okay? This is fantastic. I like it. We had this beautiful upward movement, and now we're getting a bit of a correction. We're kind of teeter-totting in this area about 1969 to about 2021-2. So we're kind of teetering here. So we'll end up seeing what happens with that. But market cipher is indicating that we're going to move downward. I would probably look for a move back down to about 1760. I would. I have an Ethereum position, a spot one. I'm just not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to hold it, keep it open. And this is again from Eric Balchono's, whatever his name is, about the Ethereum iShares Trust. And again, BlackRock, they're the biggest grifters. If you kind of follow BlackRock, basically what's going to happen is you're going to make money. You'll make money because they don't want to lose money. They're not in BlackRock is one of the biggest predatory financial institutions in the world. They own so much stuff. And they're profiting off all these conflicts too. But you kind of want to copy trade them, follow what they're doing. Why would you want to do that? Because it's fun, because we're here to make money. I don't know. If you can't beat them, join them, right? Anyways, we have 304 concurrent viewers, only 103 likes. You guys need to smash the like and help support the channel. Yes, I am a killer whale, and that's what they got mad about. They get mad at me breathing here. Yeah, they do. It's okay though. That's okay. But yeah, smash the like. We should have at least 269 likes. We should. Because I said so. Okay, so this is from an account called Bitfinex, and they do a lot of exposing. So apparently BlackRock is spreading Tether FUD, mentions unbanked stablecoins can create artificial demand, discloses Tether fraud has been sanctioned foreign-backed tethers, discloses Tether laundering money. I guess the FUD is super effective. So the interesting thing about this is that BlackRock is going to FUD things that impact their bottom line. And is Tether safe? I don't know. They went through hell and back with the NYAG. I believe it was NYAG with one of the entities in New York that they had to start proving proof of reserves. So I don't know. Tether claims they have proof of reserves. Is it true? I don't know. I own Tether? Yes, but I've limited my exposure more to USDC because I feel like USDC is kind of in bed. The Circle guys, I feel like they're kind of in bed with the other people, with the traditional finance people. So I've limited my exposure. I still have to use stablecoins. And that's the thing is like, we have all this FUD, all these problems. Everybody's mad at this. Everybody's mad at that. It's like, what do you believe at this point? What are these people? And I also wonder too, like, what are these people's motives for saying something negative about something else? I don't even know. We don't know. We're just here. Now, that being said, it's like a game of like hot potato. I need to figure out how to turn the notifications off on the computer. It drives me crazy with Telegram. It drives me absolutely crazy. I'm getting ringing in my ear too, so somebody's saying something bad about me. But anyways, I always question that type of stuff. But let's go ahead and read about what's going on with BlackRock. Okay, so BlackRock highlighted potential risks associated with stablecoins like Tether and USDC for investors in its proposed iShare Bitcoin ETF. They said that despite some of their intended price stability, past events have shown that stablecoins can still experience significant price movements, which in turn can impact the price of Bitcoin. This is ridiculous. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. So does fiat currency. Fiat currency has volatility too, to an extent. That's called inflation. But it's okay when the public servants cause depegging and inflation and all the other stuff. That's okay. But God forbid a crypto asset does. God forbid a crypto asset does. 1 + 1 = 69. And of course, it could impact the price of Bitcoin. Everything can impact the price of Bitcoin. Conflict impacts the price of Bitcoin. Halvening impacts the price of Bitcoin. People buying and selling impacts the price of Bitcoin. And again, I'm not saying that this is not true, that Tether is not bad, or I'm not saying stablecoins are bad. I'm just simply pointing out the other side. Okay. So anyways, past incidents with Tether, which we've been covering on the show for 9 million years, involved Tether's operations from February 17, 2021 and October 15, 2021. And they faced legal actions due to false claims about the reserves not being fully backed by USD. Orders to stop engaging with New Yorkers and had to pay penalties. Past incidents with USDC Circle. March 10, 2023, USDC depegged when Circle's Internet Financial revealed the portion of reserves amounting to $3.3 billion had been held by Silicon Valley Bank. And again, isn't that interesting that Silicon Valley Bank was one of the banks that went under, but when Iowa Bank went under, like last week, nobody batted an eye because they didn't have any crypto exposure. They still had exposure to other businesses, but not to crypto. But again, guys, crypto is bad. And Circle is still solvent. So 1 + 1 = 69. Follow the money here. But again, BlackRock attacking stablecoins is always very interesting to me. Okay. You want to know why? They'll probably come out with their own stablecoin. BlackRock will work the best way that they can to destroy the current ecosystem we have in crypto because they want to profit off of us and they will create their own stablecoin. Mark my words, BlackRock will create their own stablecoin in the future. Don't know when, don't know how, they will. All right, let's get into the next story. So apparently Tether is planning to invest $50 million over the next 6 months to become one of the world's largest Bitcoin miners. Oh, again, interesting. So BlackRock says that Tether is bad for Bitcoin and could cause volatility and price movement. But Tether is planning to invest about $50 million over the next 6 months to become one of the world's largest Bitcoin miners, according to Bloomberg. Tether will build Bitcoin mining farms in Uruguay, Paraguay, and El Salvador, and plans to reach 120 megawatts by the end of 2023 and 450 megawatts by the end of 2025, accounting for 1% of the total hash rate of the Bitcoin network. Okay, so, and then of course Bitfinex comments down here, too bad they're laundering money for the T people. The only pushback I have on that is you can launder money with any asset, okay? And just to say blame one asset and say one asset they're doing for and not the other ones is kind of whatever to me. Like this should be common knowledge that there's money laundering that has to do with everything. There's money laundering with art, with cash, with jewelry, with collectible, whatever. There's money laundering everywhere. But with crypto, it's easier to spot. Or when there's funding to a specific entity, it's easier to spot with crypto. That's why when we get that CBDC, it is going to be a private blockchain and only certain information is going to be able to be shown. That's why Bitcoin will never be legal tender in the United States of America. El Salvador, yes, we love the president of El Salvador. We love Nayib Bukele, love him. But at the same time, America is a little bit different because we're the actual real communists here. However, I do love America. America is more free than other countries. We have 368 concurrent viewers, but I only have 143 likes. We should have 369 likes. Yeah, Queen says ethically grifting. That's right. That's right. And you know, for some reason, the chat, I can't get some, I'm having trouble with the chat. We're going to go ahead and open it up and we're going to go and let slow mode, live chat, live replay. I'm going to open up the chat to everybody right now to comment. So if you guys are going to be ghetto, my mods will toss you out fast because we don't tolerate that. But yeah, I just opened the chat up to everybody. You have to be subscribed to the channel to comment, I think. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the next story. Next story. Or is there more story? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we covered it. All right. Next story. U.S. lawmakers urge Treasury to revise proposed crypto tax rules. Okay, so we got some crypto tax rules, and we did the stream I did. I was on a Saturday morning for you guys. I was like all ghetto with my hair like meh, 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 meh. I was like that, and it got a bunch of views. So I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you sharing, and I appreciate you guys commenting, because this is what we do on the channel. Wendy, what are you doing to help spread awareness? What are you doing to help, fight the public servants? I'm a content creator. I make content. I talk about these issues. I break these complex ideas down in the best way that I can, and I present it to you. And with that being said, I put the power in your hands. Plus, when I read this stuff, I interact and I fill out the forms and I do the stuff. Anyways, let's go and read a little bit about this here, okay? Read a little bit about it here. So, a group of 9 bipartisan U.S. lawmakers are urging the Treasury to revise its proposed digital asset taxation regime. Group is backing crypto representatives and lawyers who have called the proposed taxation scheme dangerous and improper overreach. House Chair Patrick McHenry and Congressman Richie Torres led the group in the effort, calling the tax reporting requirement unworkable. In a letter to the Treasury, they wrote, "It finalized the proposed regulation, overly broad definition of a digital asset broker, insufficient definition of a digital asset, and unreasonably short comment period threaten to prevent large swath of digital asset ecosystem from continuing to exist in the U.S." Okay. Hold on. Okay. Why is this unworkable? Let's read a little bit more. Hold on. Okay. Oh, this is all that it says. Okay. The major sticking point is how the proposed captures hosted wallet providers, payment processors, and some decentralized finance entities and others as brokers for tax reporting purposes. The definition of broker remains too broad and would capture entities that do not pass the traditional characters of a broker, the letter said. And that's a key point here, okay? The key point is they don't have, this is the thing. Okay, and this drives me crazy. And me and my CPA, shout out to Scott. If you guys need a good CPA, Scott, he's on my website. Go call him. He'll give you like a 10-minute call, and then you could decide if you want to hire him or not. I've used him. This is my second year I'm hiring him. He's not charging me a gazillion dollars. He's not recommending me terrible exchanges to use, because the last CPA, they were the one that recommended a specific exchange that filed for Chapter 11. And the people that are coming for me getting mad, they're like, "Hey, Wendy, well, you were using this, you partner with that." Guess what? When you have somebody you paid a lot of money, a legal expert and a tax expert, say you can use one of these and gives you a list. This is why I pay lots of money for legal. So it's very frustrating when you pay somebody money, screw you over. Not Scott. Scott's good. I like Scott. I can get in a heated debate with him too, or be like, "Hey, what's happening here?" And he gets it. So if you want a good CPA, call Scott. His stuff's on the website. Do your own due diligence. Anyways, and no, he's affordable, but he's not super expensive. But you know what? He is worth every penny. I'm gonna tell you all right now, good people, you pay them. You pay them up front, and you pay the money. So the term of a broker is very frustrating, and this is why I don't think that we should have. When it comes to the IRS and when it comes to all these regulations, we need the SEC and we need the CFTC. We need the public servants, not only to give us definition, but give us guidelines. Because if we don't have definitions and guidelines, what the hell this stuff is, the IRS can't do their job. IRS is a bunch of scammers. Don't like them. Don't like paying crypto taxes. And the Fed, taxes are a scam, but you have to pay your crypto taxes so you don't get in trouble. And it's okay to say that. I think it's okay. And it's reasonable to say that. 100% reasonable. But anyways, with that being said, is that if we don't have comprehensive regulation or at least guidelines what we can and can't do, but then you're trying to tax an asset that's not really classified as a security, is it not a security, is it your mom, is it your dad, what is it? Then that's where the problems start, and that's what happens. And this is why I've got a freaking issue. This is why I have an issue. They don't even know what a broker is, but they want to impose new tax regulations. 1 + 1 = 69. And that's why when William, the father of NFTs, was like, "Hey, Wendy, could you share this?" I was like, "Heck yeah, I can share it." And I sent it to all my people. And you guys, we got more. I think we got 140,000 comments on there. Not just my channel, but we helped push it. So anyways, I think it's ridiculous. I'm glad our public servants are sticking up for us, but I don't trust our public servants. Does that make sense? They're allies. And I learned the definition of ally from Hotep Jesus. He says, an ally is not, you don't want, he's like, because when the whole when there was a specific movement happening and people were like, oh, well, why are you an ally or not? He and I had a debate about it. We were talking about it. He's like, you don't want to be, he's like, you don't want somebody that's an ally. Or he's like, if you want somebody that's an ally, understand one thing or two things. They're not your friends. And an ally is somebody that you can call when you need something, but they could also turn into your enemy like that. That's what an ally is. So that's why when we have all these social issues in America, and they're like, oh, are you an ally? Are you an ally? No, I don't want to be your ally. If I support this social issue, I want to be your friend. I want to be your support. I want to be there to where you can tap me in when you need me. There's certain groups that I'm not a part of, but I tell them, I'm like, hey, I support you. I support you. Tap me in. It's not my place to come out and say something because I'm not a part of this group. But if you need me, you tap me in. I want to be your friend. I want to be your rock. I want to be your support system. I don't want to be your ally. I don't want to be enemies with you. So be very careful with that term, how you use it. And shout out to Hojeb Jesus. Okay. 179 likes. At least we got up to one thing. My boss just came by. Look, boy, bye. Shout out to Queen. Queen cracks me up. She's so funny. Yeah, tell him to subscribe to the channel and smash the like, okay? Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate it. I try to be a real one. But this is the thing. Other people are going to tell you guys, they're going to tell you all kinds of different things. At least I'm honest about my grifting. Like, I want to make money with Ethereum. I want Ethereum $10,000. I want to grift. I want to make money. I want to grift. Cut me a check. All right. So this is from Mr. Nick Carter. Vivek's crypto stup speech just delivered in Fort Worth was outstanding. He said, and this is Vivek, Mr. V, calls out choke point 2.0, BSA unconstitutional, criticizes third-party doctrine, says Constitution protects self-hosted wallets, will rescind most of all of the SEC's crypto regs on day one. I'll vote for you based on this. So apparently I'm voting for Vivek. 75% reduction number of federal bureaucrats on year one. I'm going to vote for Vivek. Yep, I like this. Yep. Calls for deregulation and gutting the SEC. So apparently he's a red guy. He's also a biotech engineer that could play a role in Trump White House. Okay, good for him. So guess what? Don't care if he's red. Gonna vote for him. Wendy, what about women's issues? Well, women's health is also very important to me. And the reason why it's very important to me, I don't like to talk about it too much, is because I worked in healthcare for a long time. And when I worked in healthcare, again, I worked in infectious disease, HIV, AIDS. And you would assume that people that were diagnosed with that condition are from one different group. No. Doesn't work that way. HIV AIDS does not discriminate. Doesn't. It doesn't discriminate. So when we're talking about somebody's health and things that may have to get done, I like to leave that decision between some parts of the family, the patient, and the doctor, because you don't know. There's a lot of things that are not taken into consideration. And also, too, a lot of people tend to forget that that the first 3 months of a pregnancy is super, super crucial. And you can miscarry really, really easy. I've miscarried before. And sometimes does need to be some sort of medical intervention happening. And it's not because the mother did anything wrong. It's just because that's the way the human body works. And for a lot of people that don't know, childbirth was the #1 cause of death with women until I think up until the last 50 years or 100 years, something like that. Okay. And that speaks of volume. So again, women's health is important to me, and the red people, they always with that. But again, I want to just leave it. I don't want the state involved in anybody's business. I don't, because I don't want the state involved in my business. So that's just my thing. I want people to do whatever they need to do, but there's certain things that I also have that have to do with that. There's some women that absolutely abuse that power. It makes me mad. Anyways, so who's texting me? A package at the front door. Okay. Okay. Package at the front door. I don't know what's there. But anyways, 356, 200 likes. About 3 personal development. Yeah. See, Hunter's blow. He said okay. He said okay. Yeah, I just don't want people in my business, and I don't want them in my business. But we have 351 likes, or 351 current viewers, 200 likes. We need 261. Yeah, I just want people to be more sympathetic towards other people. It bothers me when they're not. It really doesn't, because a lot of people haven't worked in healthcare and they don't know. But anyways, so another thing that Vivek said, it calls for a 75% reduction of the federal workforce, including the SEC and the CFTC. And I think, and see, that's the thing, is do we need all these public servants? America was able to operate fine in the 70s and the 80s, fine without all these public servants. Like right now, we are in such a big recession. We got to make some cuts. If I can't go buy the $2.29 Rice Krispie organic treats from Sprouts because we're in a recession, I can't afford it, or I can't pay $7 for 4 muffins from Sprouts, blueberry muffins that are delicious, we need to make some cuts. I should be able to buy my muffins. But I can't, got to make some cuts. So, you know what? These people need to lose their jobs. And again, that one song pops up in my head. You're about to lose your job. You're about to lose your job. And a lot of them should, because they don't contribute to anything. And when I talk about public servants, I'm not talking about the mailmen or the people that are providing important services. I'm talking about the people, the administrators, the people that are doing absolutely nothing. Nothing. And the SEC, what does the SEC do? Honestly, I want to know, and again, with the SEC, I want to know how much money they have spent suing crypto companies. How much that cost us. How much did it cost when they went after Ripple? Anyways, shout out to Vivek. We're voting for Vivek. I don't know. We'll see. And shout out to my partner, Hotep Jesus. One world digital currency. IMF announces a plan for a global CBDC platform. We're not going to play this. The reason why we're not going to play it is because I don't know what's said here because I didn't get a chance to watch it first. I just read. But basically, they're announcing a plan for a global CBDC, which exactly I was telling you guys about that we're going to get. We're going to get a CBDC. And again, the way Hotep Jesus thinks it's going to go down, and I agree with him, they're going to use 2 different types of women to push this through. Women from this side and women from this side. And we're already seeing it. We're already seeing it happen. So they're going to have the women do the dirty work. They're going to have the women push it through. They're going to say it's a need for financial inclusion. But the only type of inclusion we're going to get equality in America, but it's going to be oppression for all. Because they love to, in America for some reason, I don't know what it is, but everybody is obsessed with race and ethnicity and our differences. And it's so weird to me. Like, I get it because we're different, but we're all Americans. But it's just weird to me because, I don't know, the household that I grew up in, like everybody, my mom let all the kids from all the different neighborhoods, from all the different walks of life come to the house just as long as you were respectful. She let you in and you would eat. My mom would make pasta and feed everybody. So I don't know, it's weird to me, but that's exactly what they're going to do. And they're going to call for financial inclusion. Basically, the whole banking sector is going to get absolutely wrecked. Then they are going to go ahead and usher in the CBDCs and say, you know what? Everything's a mess. We need to, because it didn't work with the panorama with the stimmy checks. So they're going to be like, hey, we got to do this. And then whatever. All the people that don't watch the O show are going to fall for it. Anyways, now this is from Mr. Bill Morgan. We like Bill. I don't know if is that Vitalik or not. He is not even contradicting your serious assertions, just ignoring you. Compare this to his harsh response to Ripple in 2020. Vitalik slept on my couch and copied my inventions, Ethereum Insider says. So that's from Mr. Steven. And then Bill Morgan pulled up a tweet here. Looks like the Ripple XRP team is sinking to new levels of strangeness. They're claiming that their S coin should not be called a security for public policy reasons, namely because Bitcoin and Ethereum are C controlled. Interesting stuff, right? Interesting stuff. So let's go ahead and read some of this, okay? So, former Ethereum advisor Steven Naroff accused Vitalik of copying his inventions. He said Vitalik slept on his couch and copied his inventions, stated that Vitalik had never invented anything substantial and that he stole the sole reason behind the network was never scaling, suggested that the only significant achievement in the ecosystem was the issuance of tokens on ICOs, which Naroff claimed he had invented. Ripple, in an X post from December of 2020, Vitalik said it looks like we just talked about it, okay? So I like Steven. I talked to him in DMs. He shares me like some of the information that he posts and I retweeted it. And I retweeted it over here so you guys can see because he sent it to me. So I went ahead and retweeted it and I let him know. I says, hey, I'm an Ethereum holder. He's like, I'm not trying to destroy Ethereum. I'm trying to save it. So we love him for that. But yeah, all I know, again, you guys, there's so much information coming in. I'm just here to make as much money as ethically as possible. And I want you guys to do the same. All right, let's get into the next story. So this is from Mr. Deaton. Mr. Deaton. He's talking more about stuff. So basically he says, Deaton here, John Deaton is a good friend of mine. Deaton said that Joseph Lubin understood that having connections with regulators can equate to being off the hook. That's why Lubin hired Clayton's law firm, Sullivan and Cromwell, to represent him in Consensus. Yeah, and that's the same thing. So I'm going to tell you a strategy. I'm going to tell you a strategy people use in business. I have like 5 or 6 different attorneys and firms on retainer. Why do I have that? It's an insurance policy because it's harder to sue me. If you have an attorney on retainer and somebody comes in and says, hey, I want to sue this person, if you already have that attorney on retainer, the brand new person that comes and says, I want to sue this person, they can't. Conflict of interest. So it's a very smart business move. So that's what John Deaton means there. But let's get back into everything else he said. Clayton asked Hinman to reach out to Lubin in Consensus. Hinman had multiple meetings with Lubin, Vitalik, and Consensus, and even inquired about the meetings, asking Hinman how the meetings was going. His internal SEC email, Hinman referred to the speech as the Ether speech, not the Bitcoin and Ether speech. Hinman's profit-sharing law firm, SEC ethics warnings about profit sharing, and Hinman working for the same firm that helped write his speech, all adds concerns about conflicts of interest. Dean calls for enforcing conflict laws and closing the revolving door at the SEC. I appreciate that. I think that he should do that. And again, this is what we see this happen so much in politics. And this is why I support Vivek's defunding the SEC. The SEC should stick to traditional finance, and we should have a brand new firm that's a mix of SEC, CFTC, and crypto experts. And they should be allowed to hold crypto. If the public servants are allowed to invest in stocks and trading, these people can own crypto, okay? They can own crypto. But we need to have a brand new firm comprised of like attorneys and like experts and people know exactly what they're talking about in the space. We need to do that. If we don't do that, then we're just going to keep running in circles and spending money. I want this industry to thrive, and I understand that we do need some sort of clarity. We do need some sort of guidelines, and I'm more than happy to operate in the constraints of the guidelines. But at the same time, we don't have those yet. And the SEC has done a lot of damage to crypto thus far. It has. I believe so. Come on, can I at least have 369 likes, please? Please? Shout out to Texas. Hotep's been told you. Yeah. All right, let's get into the next story. All right, I want to give a shout out to Big Time. They're doing like some really cool stuff. I told you guys, and again, this is not sponsored. I talked to the team yesterday, so I just wanted to give them a quick shout out. But they're a Web3 role-playing adventure game, and they went live in October. They're free to play, and you basically can explore ancient civilizations and futuristic worlds. And the creators include former CEO of Decentraland. And one of the things they said is they make it a lot easier to use than Decentraland. And also too, a lot of people are streaming this game on Twitch. So you can also, they have a player-owned economy, and they also have NFTs. And the reason why I'm shouting this out, again, not sponsored or anything like that, but the reason why I'm shouting it out is because I told you guys to pay attention to GameFi stuff. Games that are actually live, that you can actually use, that you can actually play, even the ones that are free play to earn, take a look at them. I think this next upcoming run, we're going to see SoFi, we're going to see play to earn, and we're going to see NFTs completely take off. And then we're going to figure out which layer ones are going to be the end all be all. But GameFi is a sector that I've been screaming at you guys for a long time. And I'm not saying to go invest in Big Time. I'm just simply saying, start adding some of these maybe to your watch list and start doing due diligence. Heck, go play the game. Play the game and see if you like it, because you might end up liking it. And if it's free to play, why not? Anyways. All right. Dokwon's appeal and fake passport case denied by Montenegro High Court. What in the hee-haw? So basically, the court denied his claims, appeal of a four-month prison sentence over the charges of falsifying documents. They're accused of falsifying documents related to the issuance of UST stablecoins. Documents allegedly showed that UST was backed by reserves, when in reality it was not. Court said 4 months is an adequate punishment for the crime committed. Kwon was arrested in Montenegro in March, nearly a year after the collapse of Terraform Labs. He has remained in custody since the arrest. Interesting. I don't know. Honestly, though, this is the thing. These people are causing so many problems in our industry. If they want, I don't know if I really support jail time for these people, because that's taxpayer dollars that are going to be paid out of that particular region. I'm more so just make their lives a living hell for when they get out. I don't know. I personally, at this point, there's so much corruption in the world right now. I'm just getting tired of all of it. But anyways, we got to talk about Binance. Apparently, Binance just announced that they listed Arkm, the native token of Arkham Intel. It's basically like you snitch on chain, which is kind of cool. But anyways, it reached a high of 61% yesterday, but fell today. And when I released a video for you guys about Binance yesterday, about the new token listings in Binance Japan, I said you should keep them on the watch list, because generally when markets start to turn and you get like bullish sentiment, you'll get a nice little exchange listing. So if you have it in your trading and investing journal, you can make an educated decision based off of that. So do that. Even if it's a 5% gain, hey, get in, get out. And shout out to Crypto Gamer for sending me that story. Okay. All right, next. All right, 255 million PYTH tokens will be airdropped to 90,000 wallets next week. This is another, I'm pretty sure this is another PYTH. I thought this was a GameFi project. I thought it was a GameFi project. Okay. No, it's an Oracle project. Okay. I thought that was, oh, no. Okay. I confused that with, it's PYR, I think. Anyways, though. So this is so PYTH, what is it called? PYTH. Basically, they're airdropping 90,000 tokens to 90,000 wallets, and it's DeFi users will receive an airdrop from Pricing Oracle's network PYTH. 250 mined tokens will be set to issue to 90,000 wallets. Anyone who interacted with dApps, used PYTH data, or community members who interacted with the network's social media channels will receive the airdrop, and you guys can claim the airdrop on November 20th, 14 UTC. Claims will stay open for 90 days, and it's basically a network that competes for Chainlink. It is it has initially or circulating supply of 1.5 billion, and 85% of the total supply will be locked for the next 6 to 42 months. And it works by gathering first-party data from exchanges, trading firms, institutions before relaying that data to smart contract or clients. So basically, it's a new chain link. And again, oracles are another thing you should be paying attention to. With the airdrop coming, you can probably make some money on that, maybe by shorting, because other people, when they're getting that airdrop, they're probably going to sell it. That's just an idea. That's your business, though. Do what you want to do with that. All right. And shout out to Udi and the Taproot Wizards. Today, they announced a 7.5 seed round led by Standard Crypto to make magical Bitcoin, or make Bitcoin magical again. They broke the chain. They danced on stage. They took showers. We heard about Bitcoin 10 years ago, and we're here to fix it. More in the thread below. This is amazing. I'm happy for Udi. This is Udi's project. I love the Taproot Wizards. Hold on. I don't have a Taproot Wizard. I don't have one, but I support them, and I have the wizard hat. I got a wizard hat because I support them. Well, it's a witch's hat. A wizardess. I don't know. But I support them because I think what they're doing is amazing. Udi's an awesome guy, awesome person, and I love what they're doing. So anyways, Udi said, we care a lot about ordinals and Taproot Wizards, but our mission is bigger than that. We want to bring innovation back to Bitcoin. And Taproot Wizards has a limited mint of 2,121 wizards. 2,106 or 93.3% have been inscribed, but less than 1%, 20 Taproot Wizard ordinals have been distributed so far. Udi said they're not sharing the exact pacing of its releases because they didn't want the fade to hype the fade off quickly. I'm with it. I like it. I support them. We love Bitcoin ordinals. We love making Bitcoin fun, and we are all Udiots. So one of the maxis called him an idiot, and it's just super, super funny. Almost at 269 likes. When Dogecoin ETF, I hope soon. I hope soon, but let's go ahead and take a look. All right. Oh, we already talked about this. Anyways, you guys, I got to get going because I've got a bunch of calls and I got to respond to a bunch of things today. But anyway, sending you guys love and light. WendyO is out. I'm going to drop another video, 2:30 p.m. PST. Go watch it. And I will catch you guys a little bit later. Okay, bye.